Hi, YouTubers. It's Lisa coming back on here to give a message to women who are patiently waiting on a relationship or marriage. I titled this video, Until He Comes, Pamper Yourself. While waiting on anything to include a relationship, I just want to say don't stop venturing outside of your home. I know that there are some people who are intimidated or afraid to go out to dinner or lunch by themselves. And I've kind of been coming out of my comfort zone and doing that. I've lately been going to lunch by myself. I'll treat myself in the morning, pamper myself up by maybe getting my hair done or my nails done, and then I'll stop by and have lunch. And they ask you how many, and I boldly and proudly say, it's only myself. And I used to be afraid to do that, but I'm starting to like it now. I will say that over lunch, you're not having conversation, of course, with yourself. So you're trying to look off or maybe ask for a window seat. Or a lot of times I'll bring my notebook and I'll start reading. I get a lot of reading done when I do that. And I enjoy the lunch because I order what I want. I don't have to worry about going Dutch or seeing if we're going to split the bill or waiting for them to come or waiting for them to order. It's just sometimes nice to be by yourself. Not going to lie and say I sometimes don't wish he was sitting across the table from me, but until then, I don't want to stop doing things like going to the movies, going to plays. There's a couple plays coming in my area that I really want to see. So I went on and purchased the tickets, and I will be going by myself. And I intentionally am going by myself because I do have a couple girlfriends in the area that I could have asked, but I want to get out there and again come out of my comfort zone and do things. I like my area because we have a lot of walking paths and little parks. And so I'll tell you a good thing that I've been doing lately is I go to this one park and I pack my lunch. And that's something that I never thought I would do is pack a lunch and go to the park and sit by myself. Well, I'm getting creative, guys. It's like it's either that or stay in the house. I was starting to stay in the house a little too much. The one thing I wanted when I moved to this area, and I've only been in this new area for about 7 months, I wanted a balcony because sometimes if you're just sitting in the house, it just can drive me crazy. I'm normally in my bedroom, so my bed is always messed up because I'm writing and probably bringing my lunch and dinner in there eating. And sometimes I just want to get up and get out of this bed. So I did want a balcony, but it didn't happen. So I decided instead of staying in this room, you need to get out there. So I was thinking, what can I do this out there? I'm in an area where we don't get snow, and the weather's been nice. It's been very nice. Between 60 and 70s, that to me is nice because I don't like it too cold and I don't like it too hot. So, and the sun is out. So we've been having a lot of beautiful days. So I make myself get up at least 3 days a week and I'll do a little walking. I'll go to the park. I'll go to the library. I love going to the library that's near me because sometimes they'll have a group of kids in there, and by me writing children's books, I'm always listening to them to see what they're doing in this one particular room because someone's in there normally reading books to them. And I'll listen to see what they are reading nowadays and take that in and probably will go home and write a book about what I know they like. So I like going to the library. And also, I think I mentioned on one of my videos is I like meditating. And I found a place here where I can go and do the meditation. I saw on TV one time where they have this round bowl and they'll take I don't know what it's called, guys, but I think you know what I'm talking about because they'll take something to make the bowl vibrate and it makes this humming noise. And when I see it on TV, I always think that's going to drive me crazy. I wouldn't dare do anything like that. But I tried it and it didn't drive me crazy. I actually liked it and I was able to relax. And that's what you want to do a lot of times. We have to rest our minds a lot. And I've always been able to do that. And I'm the type of person that I normally get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So I never had a problem with sleeping or resting my mind. But I know some of my friends, and I've talked to some people about taking more time to just rest. You have to relax. And I'm also a person who takes naps. I will take a 30-minute nap most every day. So I'm always cognizant of just resting my body because when you don't, I know doctors and even my nutritionist said that that will bring on a lot of our health issues because we're deprived of sleep and rest a lot. You know, with all that's going on in your life and then the outside noise from the world. That's why I'm always telling my friends, learn how to rest. And a lot of them fight back and say, but I can, and I tried this tea and I tried this and that. And I know it's hard when you're so used to your mind racing and you're so used to doing everything. But as we age, a lot of people, contrary to what I was told when I was younger, that oh, when you get older, you don't need a lot of sleep. You won't sleep at all, and that's not true. I've talked to a lot of experts about that, and they said sleep is always going to be important no matter your age. So I just thought I'd get that out there. But when I'm out, I'm always making sure I look presentable for one. I don't mean getting up every day. These 3 days that I go out, I'm not getting up, putting on makeup and wearing nice clothes. When I say presentable, what came to mind is I know in cities, I know when I moved back to Pittsburgh, I was shocked that women come outside with shower caps on their heads or they'll wear their night clothes. And I've even seen women with house shoes. I still call them slippers they are, but I still say house shoes. They'll come outside with those on. And I mean going to the store. So when I say look presentable, don't wear that stuff out. You're single for one. You want to attract the right guy, a good guy. I think an upstanding man, and this is just my personal opinion, is not going to be attracted to that. He's not going to see past that. He's just going to see a woman who does not take care of herself. That's what he probably would see. So when I say presentable, I mean sometimes I throw on a little makeup and I wore jeans, but wear a nice little cute little top with your jeans and because you never know who you're going to run into. But also with looking presentable, I always smile because you want to be approachable because they also look at that too. If you have this sour face and that just looks like you have low energy to them. So if I smile, or I won't even say smile, but at least you're not frowning. Try to be aware of that when you're out too. And not just for men, but that's for everybody. I used to wonder why I attracted a lot of kids when I was out. And I used to laugh and say, I don't even really like kids. And I say that in a good way. I say it because I'm not around them. And I chose to only have one child for a reason. And right now, I don't have any grandkids. So I'm like, why am I surrounded by these kids? And I had a woman tell me one time, she said, it's your energy, and kids feed off of that. So I do get a lot of kids that will just turn their head back at me if they're walking past me. And they want to, I can tell, want to approach me, or they smile back. So that's a good thing, though. If I'm giving off that good energy, that's a good thing, because I hope once my Prince Charming come, he feels the same way, that I'm giving off this good energy. So being presentable and smiling when you're out, that helps. Plus that helps you feel good. And being presentable also gives you that confidence. So if you have those days, because we all do, and you're not in a good headspace and you feel a little irritable. I know a lot of younger women who are still going through their menopause and of that nature. I don't want to get go into too many details, but you women know what I mean. And sometimes we can be a little irritable. Those are the days that I would say maybe stay home or be cognizant of it and make sure you smile a little more, because I went through it and I'm probably still going through menopause, but I still pick myself up, make myself smile, and get out there in the world a little bit. Or else, again, I'd just be in this bedroom doing what I'm doing now on YouTube, giving you all a video. And I need to be out there more. And I talk to a lot of guys about the way women look nowadays. And I'm particularly talking about younger women with the cakes of makeup on, and the long weaves and fingernails. I talked about this before. And I always hear them say, I like more the natural look. I don't mind her fixing herself up, but I prefer the natural look. So, in hearing that from a lot of guys, I've always been natural. I don't even know how to put on makeup, ladies. Maybe if I did, I would do it more, but it's just something that was just never me. But I do get guys say that they prefer the natural look. So I think I'm just going to put that out there. One place I go to where I do get men saying hello more than any place I've been is the grocery store. In my area, for some reason, I just see a lot more men, and they're at the grocery store. So I do make sure I speak, and most of the time they speak to me first. And I look in their cart. I cheat a little. I'm like, okay, wait, he's married. Or if you see a guy with roses in his cart, you just want to speak and keep it moving, because most likely he's married or he's in a relationship. But I always laugh at one of my girlfriends because I say, look in his cart and see what he has. She's like, why are you doing that? I said, I don't know. I could tell a lot by a man if I look in his cart and see what is he purchasing. If it's a small piece of salmon, oh, he must be single. Things like that. I'm a little silly when it comes to that, ladies, but anyway, so I wanted to get on here and say that don't be afraid until he comes to just get out there and do things like concerts. I didn't never thought I would go to a concert by myself with thousands of people and I'm just there by myself. Most people don't even notice it. The only place they may notice it more is if you're having lunch or dinner by yourself. And then who cares? If I choose to have lunch and dinner by myself, I don't think nobody's really, oh my God, she's by herself. I don't think they're paying it any attention. I even had a young group one day. They were talking about something, and I kind of chuckled because I overheard their conversation. And the one girl saw me and she laughed as well and said, come on over here and sit with us. I thought that was cute. So you may run into that where people welcome you at their table. Now, that's something that I'm not ready to do, but I thought it was cute that they would even ask me to come over to their table. But a real man, and I have to put emphasis on a real man, he is going to notice a lot of things about you that you may think he would not even notice. And I talked about a couple of those things like being presentable, having that good energy where he feels welcome. Because if you're frowning, and I know that's some people's look, I had to learn that that some people just have that look, and you may want to be careful with that because to a lot of people they look at you like as being unapproachable. But a man is going to feel that energy. So you always want to exude good energy. And so they can feel welcome to come in with all that good energy. So again, if you're not in that good headspace, because I know it will happen, those are the days where I just don't come out in your night clothes, please. But don't be afraid to get out there and do different things. We don't always have to meet guys on these dating sites. A lot of people say, oh, I'm just going to go on a site. And a lot of people then will tell them how dangerous it is. Well, it's dangerous, period, because even if you meet him at the grocery store, at the movies, or at dinner, you still don't know who you're meeting. So it could be either way to me, but venturing out is just important for us while we're waiting. So we're not getting lazy about it. So we're feeling good about ourselves, that we're out there with good energy. And I think I just feel better. I just feel a lot better getting out there. I love my area that I'm in. I love going to the library, something I thought I'd never do. Never thought I'd sit in a park. I don't like bugs. I don't like animals. I don't want nothing coming around me. But here I'm going out, taking my lunch, or I'll even go sit in the car. There's a lake near me, and I did see a couple of, I think they were ducks. And I said, I'm just going to sit in my car because it was a nice day. I was getting a good breeze. And I said, I'll just sit by the lake because I love water. So there's a lot we can do. With me not having a balcony here, we have a pool. And I'll go sit at the poolside. They have tables set up, and my neighbors are always out there and entertaining, and they will offer me to sit with them as well. But a lot of times, I'm still not at that point where I'm going at other people's tables. I just want to get out of the house. But maybe that will come. But going to the movies, going to a play by myself, that's something that I plan on doing this year. So I'll let you guys know how that went. But in my little venturing out, I am starting to feel good about myself. So I want to get on here and just say until he comes, don't just sit up there and waiting for him to knock down your door. You have to get out there. And pampering yourself is for you. That's part it's really not for him. That's for you. I find when I do that, I just feel so much better. So get out there, ladies, exude that good, positive energy. And I hope you get on here and let me know your stories and let me know how it's working for you. Or just let me know if you're already doing that. I know most of you who are single are probably already doing that. And I'm going to say it again, and I probably said it 1,000 times, be patient. Patience is a part of this process. Don't rush into things. When you do meet a guy, have long conversations. I always say if he doesn't want to answer some of your questions, and those are questions you need answers to, it's not probably not the guy for you. When you're meeting someone, it almost has to be like an interview. And I know some people say, oh, I hate that. She asked this, she asked that. Why do you hate that? be an open book so I could see what I'm getting. I'm not asking how many times you've been in jail or, anything that's significant yet, because those are still some things you want to know. But if we're having a conversation where I'm asking you personal questions, I need to know something personal about you. If you offer that you're divorced and you don't go into telling me why you're divorced, trust and believe that's coming down the line. That's something we have to talk about. So if he's not trying to be open and honest about a lot of things, because I know some people hold back until they feel that might be the person they want to date. I know they're feeling like, well, how do I know I'm going to date you? And why am I telling you all these things? It's energy. I know sometimes when that's not going to work out at all, the first date or the first conversation. So don't be afraid to ask questions, though. We're getting older. We have more time behind us than we do ahead of us. I know I don't have time for games. So if you're coming with game and you're not coming with your honesty, I don't have time. I just don't. I'd rather be by myself and keep doing this the way I'm doing it than to settle for a man that I know is not who God sent. So let me know your stories. I don't want to just get on here and dictate or tell you my stories. I'd like to hear some of yours. Put it in the chat. Put something in the chat that you may want to talk about because I'm out here doing these videos, kind of liking it. So you'll see more. But if you got to this part, I thank you for listening. Those who have not done it yet, please hit the like button. I'm so tickled when I get these likes, and even more tickled when I get a new follower. Got a new follower today. She's all the way in Arizona. I call her my niece, but she followed me today, and I was surprised and happy. So I'd like to hear some of your stories, okay? Put it in the chat, hit the like button, and have a blessed night.